Hello my friends, today we're going to create an orange and teal style in Affinity photo, so let's get started. The first thing that is important is why is teal and orange so famous? You can see it's used in a lot of different movies. Here is Mad Max down here. It's also used in the movie covers. The reason for that is that they are just complementary colors. So as you can see here with the color wheel, on one side we have the blue colors and the teal colors. On the other side we have the orange and the brown colors. And of course in our world we have a lot of blue like the sky and a lot of brown and orange like our skin. So it makes the people in the picture pop out and gives you a nice color contrast. So this is a nice way to work with it. I prepared 3 different pictures that we will work with today. This one, and that one. I tried to find pictures that are very unprocessed so we can still work with them in a nice way. The first one, of course, the first thing you want to look in the picture is that there is blue and orange already in the picture, because if these colors are not in the picture, we'll have a pretty hard time to create them. So let's go with this picture first. I think it's the easiest because basically it's bluish and orange. We go down here to adjustments and select HSL, and we will just use that to push our saturation a little bit, so we have an easier time to work with the different colors afterwards. And the second thing we're going to do is again down to the adjustment, and we will select our color balance. And here where it says tonal range, you can select shadows, midtones and highlights. So we will select the shadows first, and we will push them into a bluish area. And you can see already this looks kind of right. You can set this to your taste, whatever you feel is the perfect mix, because there's different shades of teal. Of course, you can also use blue and orange. So it has to be your taste, what you want to reach. So shadows go into the blue area, and the midtones, like the hair, they go more in the red and orange area. So we push this over, this a bit in the other side. And sometimes you have to go back and forth between these two because they overlap, to get the best result, to get something that you want to have. There we go. And this is already pretty good. Let's go back to the shadows again, make it a little bit more blue. Okay, so there you have it in this picture, but of course we have 2 more pictures where I show you different other techniques. So this is basically done. Let's go to the second picture. This is a bit more complicated because we have a lot of brown tones in here. The whites in the background are not very clear, but we will fix that in our tutorial. So the first thing again is go down here, adjustment HSL, and push the saturation, because this gives us more color to work with. And you can see the oranges come out pretty nice now in her face, in her hair. Also, I don't know if she uses an orange lipstick, but just by pushing the saturation, you can see that this color is orange, not red. Okay, next thing we're going to do is click again down here, and we go to our color balance again and do the same thing. But after that, we have to adjust the whites in our picture. So let's push this down and the midtones up. Let's see. There we go. Push the shadows down a bit more. And the next thing we need to do is to adjust our whites. So let's leave it at this and see with the HSL if we can push it a bit more. Okay, that's nice. Now we will disable these 2 layers. Click on the original pixel layer. Make sure it's in pixel, not image over here. And we go to select, and we will do a selection. Where is it? Here, select sample color. Click here on the background of the sky. Set it to something where it's taking a little bit of the eyes too. There we go. Apply. Then we go to select again, feather, so we have a softer edge. Set this to 3 pixel in this case. There we go. And now with this selection, we click down here on mask layer to create a mask. And we will push the mask out of the picture so you can see just the mask. Deselect, Control D. And now we will go down here to rectangle tool and just pull a rectangle over all of the picture. And we will set it to white. It's already set to white as the fill color. And we will push the mask onto that rectangle. So we have the white just in these areas that we selected before. I will push this over the other layers. So it's not getting colorized afterwards. So now we can re-enable our adjustment layers. And you can see it's too much in the face of her. So this is not a problem. We will just zoom in a little bit. Select the mask. Go over to our brush. Set it to a black color. And you can test the opacity by setting it to 100%. So you can see with the preview of the brush what it's going to do. I will set it to 50%, so it's a softer effect. Set the hardness to maybe 30%. There we go. And then we can just paint out where it is just too much white. But leave a little bit in because it pops out the color pretty beautifully. You can see here, this is without the mask and this is with the mask. So it gives more of a color pop or more contrast in the picture. So that is pretty nice. Okay, so this is the second picture. The third picture is this one. And with this one, I want to go for a more classic orange and teal look. So we will apply another technique to do this. Again, of course, we start with our HSL adjustment layer, push it in so we get strong colors. But this time, we are going to go to the adjustments down here again, and we will select our channel mixer. Different tool this time. Go to the blue selection or the blue channel and push the blues down to the middle so it says 0 and the picture looks very, how can I say, greenish, yellowish. And now you push up this orange slider to a value where you feel it's the right color. So it's not too yellow, but it's at the same time, the skin is not getting like this pinkish look. So just about here is pretty okay. There we go. And now another thing you can do. Again, go down to your adjustment layers. And there you have something that's called selective color. Click on that. And that's the right one. No, that's the wrong one. I didn't want to use that. Sorry. I want to use, where is it? Color balance, selective color, split color. Where's split color? I can't see it. Ah, there, split toning. Sorry, down here, split toning. We use this, and there you can see we have highlights and we have shadows. So you can use this. Let's set the highlights to an orange. Push it in a bit more on the saturation of the highlights. And then the shadows you can set to a bluish color. Push this in a little bit. Let's see, like this maybe. And here you can see with her bandana, now it's a greenish color. But if you push this over, it's becoming more of a bluish color. So, and in between the greenish color and the bluish color, you have basically a teal color. So you can decide where you want to go with this. It's very much depending on the look that you want to achieve. What I like about this is, I mean, this is also based on the picture, but this has more of a faded out orange and teal look. It's a softer look. It's a more classic look, bit vintage. So I really like that kind of thing. So these are the 3 different techniques that you can use to achieve different looks. Let's go back and see what we had before. So this is the original one. Then this is the other one that we had before. Here you can see it without our editing. And this is the first picture, which was the easiest because it's basically just 2 colors and we enhance the colors. Okay, so By the way, if you support me on Patreon, you will get this file with all of the layers so you can see what I did. And you can support me over on Patreon. I have an early supporter program at the moment. It's just $1 per month. And yeah, you get the files, you get some extra service. You can tell me topics you want to see next. So actually, this is one of the suggested topics that I do today. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting for you. And see you next time. I'm looking, of course, forward to your comments and see what you did with my tutorial. See you next time. Thank you very much. Bye.